Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeannie. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. It means the world to me. And if you are new, I am so happy that you are here. You guys, right now I have an amazing giveaway going on. It's got so many amazing high-end products. It's just this huge giveaway and they happen all the time here on my channel. But right now, if you want to get your entry for the one that I have going on, all you have to do is be part of this beauty YouTube family by subscribing and then leave me a comment on the giveaway video, which I will have linked in the description box below, so that if you're new, it's very easy for you to find and get your entry. For today's video, you guys, I am so excited. So we're going to jump in to some of my most recent BoxyCharm sale purchases. So if you're not familiar with BoxyCharm, it's a monthly subscription box where you can get a base box, you can get a premium box, you can get a quarterly luxe box. So it's a subscription beauty box, but then every single month they have these amazing sales where you can get 60 to 70 to 80 to sometimes 90% off retail value of high-end beauty, makeup, skincare, hair care, what have you. And then they also have quarterly sales that you get those same great savings, but the sale is on a way larger scale. So I love these sales. This is how I build up my collection. And anyhow, so recently I grabbed the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette. Such a beautiful palette. Very neutral, yet still a couple pops of color to play with as well. I have been really into my neutral looks lately, so I did go neutral with today's look. However, I'm going to make a second video with this palette and play with some color for those of you that want to see a look with this palette using color. But we're going to create the look that I have right here with this palette, with the Fenty Beauty. This is the, you guys, I was having a brain fart. So this is the Fenty Beauty All Over Diamond Veil in the shade How Many Carats? And I will be honest with you, I was a little nervous about this as a highlight because it looks so blinding, but it's actually very sheer and just gorgeous. I'm so happy with this purchase. We're also going to try out the Wander Beauty Hidden Glow Brightening Cream. And then the Rodial Lash Lift Mascara, which I have absolutely fallen in love with so much that I went back and bought 2 more for my backup drawer. And I also want to mention really quick before we get into the try-on portion and creating the look, that when we were doing the mascara, I was letting it dry before going on for my second coat, and I forgot to do the second coat on camera. So this here, in this part of the video, is what it looks like with the second coat. This mascara is so lifting and so defining and so separating to the lashes. I love this. And then also, I forgot to do my bronzer. I didn't have a new bronzer to try, but I wanted to at least finish off the look. So I did my bronzer, and this is the finished look. I don't know what I was thinking. I forgot everything. I forgot to do my lips. I think I just forgot because I didn't have a new bronzer and a new lip product to try. But this, you guys, is the completed look. And I'm just hang tight because we're going to try out all of these products together. It's coming right at you. Hey loves, okay, so let's get straight into the look, but just something really quick that I noticed when I was rewatching one of my videos. Sometimes I like to just do that and see how everything looks. I noticed that a lot of times there's like flickering in the background, and that is because whenever I am filming, I have my candles burning nearby. It just gives me like an ambience that I love, and a lot of times I am burning my CBD candles, which I love, and they smell divine. But I just wanted to mention that because I noticed in a lot of my videos there's like a flickering in the background, and that is what it is. But anyhow, my eyes are primed and set, and we're going to jump into the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette. And before that though, we're going to try some other things that I also got in the BoxyCharm box, and this would be a good time, I think, to try the Wander Beauty Hidden Glow brightening cream. So it would be typical for me to wear 2 different moisturizers because I have dry skin. So I already applied my Kors Pomegranate Face Smoothing moisturizer a while ago, probably like 40 minutes ago. It's all sank in. And then I did go ahead and prime my face, and then we're gonna use this underneath my foundation and see how does it, you know, how does it look? How does it work? What's it all about? And I like for my face lotions to sit a while before I go in with any foundation. So we're gonna put that on now. Then we're gonna go on with the rest of the makeup, the eyes and all that. I'm also, do have primer on my face already, so I'm putting this on top of primer. And let's give her a go. So I do like we drop something every time here, every time. So the packaging has like a little pump, which I like. And I'm taking, we're gonna go with 3 full pumps. And I'm gonna put it all over the face. Guys, if you hear something in the background, my little filming area is downstairs, and so is my husband's office. And he's on like this Zoom call party where he was sent a bunch of alcohol in the mail, and they had to like dress up in like black ties and stuff. And they're having like this Zoom party for his work. So I don't know if you can hear it or not, but they're being really loud. Okay, so that actually feels really, really nice. It's got a lavender scent, very similar to their Do Not Disturb night cream, which I also really like. It's just very refreshing, lavender-like. I don't know that I see any luminosity at all from it. I was expecting it to kind of give me like a dewy finish, but I don't know, as a moisturizer, it feels really nice, and we'll see how it works underneath foundation. But let's go ahead and get on into the eye look. In case you forgot, this is what the palette looks like. It is 3 shimmers and the rest mattes. The first thing I'm gonna do is grab a kind of like a fluffy blending brush. This is from Morphe. I actually just got this today. Stopped in my local Marshalls, and I wanted to see if they had any like super discounted stuff from Christmas from like in the makeup and skincare section. And I found a ton of Morphe brushes for like $2 a piece. So I picked some of these up, and we're gonna go in with, I'm gonna go in with this yellow, a little bit of that yellow. Should I? Gosh, I don't know. No, I'm gonna go in with the pink. The shade is called Strawberry Milk. And I'm just running this in my crease area. Oh my God, that party my husband is having is so loud. You should have waited to do this video. I hope you guys can't hear it. Oh, this brush is really nice. This is a, oh no, this isn't even the Morphe brush. This is a Hip Dot brush. So this came out of my most recent Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. I was gonna use it on the demo of the eyeshadow palette that I got in that bag. And I used the eyeshadow palette, but forgot to use the brushes. So this brush actually feels really nice. Okay, so just running that pink through my crease there and diffusing the top of the color, but you're gonna see up front, it does look a little patchy, like not bad or anything. And then again, that could be this new brush I'm using because I've never used it before. It definitely could be the brush because I don't remember her shadows being patchy at all in the other palette that I have of hers. And actually now, it's not patchy. Okay. So I'm thinking about how I want to go with this. And God, I wish there was like a color in between these two. Like a little bit, you know, like, gosh, I don't know. So I'm going to go with this one here in the corner. I want something to deepen up the outer edge, but I really don't want something that dark. But we're just going to go with it. Blends really, really nicely. Wow. Guys, that blends beautifully and just layered so beautifully on top of that strawberry color. Also, something that I did not realize, you guys, upon purchasing this palette, that it's actually marketed as an eyeshadow and face palette. So I was thinking about using that white to brighten up under the eyes and using the strawberry milk as a blush as well, because that is the way that the palette is marketed. So why not go ahead and try it out? I mean, if it doesn't work out, guess what? It's just makeup and it washes off. So I really like the way that those layer and blend. It's really, really, really pretty and seamless looking. Okay, I'm going to grab this is another Hip Dot brush that came in the package. And this one is a little bit smaller and more precise. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that darkest color and just take a touch of that on the outer edge here. Really, really pretty. I'm taking a little bit more. Those are blending beautifully into one another. And I'm so glad I got this palette. You guys, I have been eyeing this one for a minute and wanting to get it because it's in, we see it on that BoxyCharm sale from time to time. Not every single time, but it's been there a lot recently. So I am so glad that I got it. Okay, we're gonna go in with some shimmers. First, I'm going to put a sticky base down. And I think today I'm gonna go in with my Nars eyeshadow primer and just place a bit on the lid here. And I'm taking it from the inner corner to about 3/4 of the way across the lid. And then once I have it placed, I'm just picking up a clean brush with nothing on it and just kind of tapping it into the skin, making sure that I have an even coat of it everywhere I'm going to place the shimmer. And then we're going to go in with the shimmers. I'm going to start with this golden color, and I'm going to use my finger. And just pat it right on top of the primer, but I'm keeping this color in the center of the lid and on the outermost part of where the primer is. Wow. So something that I'm noticing about this shimmer is Okay, so if you're a little bit older and you have some texture on your lids and shimmers enhance that, it's, you know, that's what happens. But this is one of those shimmers that is really, really smoothing on the lid. Like, it's not accentuating my texture, which I really, really appreciate. I love that. Okay, and then on the inner corner part, I'm gonna go in with this one. Now, you do have to be careful with this one, bringing it on your inner part of the eye. Just be mindful that it actually does have small particles of glitter in there. And if you get glitter in your eye, you can scratch it. So just be mindful and be careful when placing it. Wow, that's really, really, really pretty though. And again, very, very smoothing on the eye. Make a wipe for my finger. Okay, next I'm going to grab just a little small brush. This is Real Techniques. This is their Electric Mood collection. And I'm gonna grab that matte white-ish color and pop some under the brow. And on the inner corner. And then we're gonna add some shadow to the lower lash line, but first, before I do that, I always do my concealer. So let me catch the other eye up with shadow, and I'll be right back, and then we still have other products to try out as well and see the finished look. Okay, beauties, I'm back. I just caught the other eye up, and I do want to just mention that I did take a tiny little bit more of that strawberry milk and just very lightly go over the edge, just because I lost it a little bit in the matte browns, and I kind of wanted that red to pop through a little bit. So since this is advertised as a face or marketed as a face and eyeshadow palette, I am gonna go ahead and try this very light shade to set under my eyes. I just did my concealer, and I'm just taking just a touch of it and see if I can set that concealer down. And then we'll go in with some shadow under the lower lash line. I might need a different brush. Let's use, I like to use an angled brush to set under my eyes sometimes, so that I can really get in that corner. So I'm gonna pick some up on here and just lightly set under my eyes. That actually looks very nice. It looks very smoothing. It doesn't look cakey or creasy. There's a little bit of kick up in the pan, but that's okay. But I really, really enjoy bright under eyes, but because I'm a little bit older, I do have to be careful with what I use to set under there, because it can easily turn into a creasy, cakey mess. But this actually looks very smoothing, even on my creases in between my eyebrows. I'm actually really impressed with that, to be honest with you. And then we're gonna try this strawberry milk for a blush. Just grabbing a little blush brush, and I'm gonna dip into that strawberry milk color. It's actually got a really pretty pigment and glow to it. It looks pretty on the cheeks. I do not have a color in the palette that I would use to bronze my skin. So I'll just use a bronzer that I know and love, but we'll do that later. We're gonna play with the new products and finish out trying the products. So I do wanna complete the look by putting a dark brown in the shadow line, or the lower lash line. And I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is a Morphe. And I'm gonna grab the second to darkest brown matte and just pick a touch of that up and just connect it with my wing. And then just kind of blend it on the lower lash line. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I want to talk about the palette. I am really, really impressed with how smoothing the formula is on the eye, especially if you have any texture on your eyes. This is a great palette. The only thing that I don't love, and literally this is the only thing that I don't love so far, is that this gorgeous, gorgeous shimmer has actual glitter pieces in it. I could do without that because I can see just a random 1, 2, 3 tiny little pieces of glitter that have fallen onto my face from that shadow, and I don't love that. Like, if I'm gonna do glitter in my look, fine, then I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter glue down most of the time, and I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter in the center of my lid, but I don't love it in a shimmer. I just don't. So that's just my personal preference. But other than that, you guys, this palette is the bomb. Like, it can be used on the cheeks. It can be used to brighten and set. It can be used for a gorgeous, gorgeous eye look. I am going to be doing another look with this soon. In case neutrals isn't your thing, we'll do a look where we play with a pop of color as well. But also from that haul, we're going to use together this Rodile Lash Lift Lash Lift Mascara, which I loved it so much the first time that I used it that I went back onto the BoxyCharm sale and ordered myself 2 more for my backup drawer. I'm not putting any lash primer on with this. I'm just going straight in with it. And I absolutely love the way that this defines, separates, and lengthens. It almost makes it look like I have a pair of tapered lashes on. And I also just tried another new mascara that gave me a very similar effect, and that was the Rowan Beauty Cake Mascara that came out of my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus for the month of January. But look at that. I mean, that is just one coat, you guys. So that is one full coat. I do like to do 2 coats, but I like to let the first coat dry down just a little bit. So I will move on to the second eye. And yeah, you guys, I'm obsessed with this mascara. It lifts so good. Sorry for the silence, but I get so into my makeup sometimes. I just can't help it. But beautiful, beautiful. We're also going to try out the Fenty Beauty All Over Diamond Veil in How Many Carats. I love the packaging on this. It's got little glitters, but I cannot talk today. I am not usually like that, but it's got little glitters, but it's not like where it will make a mess all over. They're like ingrained in the glass. And this beauty is a beauty. Okay, so I'm gonna grab This is from Larousse brushes. It came out of a BoxyCharm. They're very expensive brushes, and I really, really like them. And I'm gonna pick some of this up and begin to highlight with it. I went in very, very light-handed because this, I don't want to like go overboard and then can't take it back. Like, you can always add a little bit more. I even like putting a little bit of highlight up and through that area. I mean, it says it's all over Diamond Veil. Okay, so I actually really like this. I'll be honest with you. I was a little bit afraid that it was going to be too much. Let me show you a swatch. I thought that it was going to be like too glittery, but look how beautiful that is. It's actually very sheer looking, like a very sheer, wet looking highlight. Yeah, sweet. I love it. I'm excited to have it. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out and checking out these products with me. I'm going to be working on my next video for my makeup tour series, and we're going to keep on with that until we get through my whole makeup collection. And again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.